Every AZEK bench and planter kit comes complete with all hardware, fasteners, and installation guide to build one complete unit. AZEK Deck Boards must be purchased separately. The AZEK bench and planter kits are two separate products that are used together to build a straight bench or corner bench. The straight bench uses 2 planters and 1 bench, and the corner bench uses 3 planters and 2 benches. The AZEK bench and planter kits are designed to be used with AZEK Deck Boards, which measure 1 inch thick and 5.5 inches wide. The AZEK planter is to be built as it was designed and should not be altered in any way. The AZEK bench is adjustable from 4 to 6 feet at its full length. A fully assembled straight bench can hold up to 750 pounds. Before you get started, it is important to make sure the drive tool or drill is set on the screw setting when driving and/or tightening all fasteners. Since most screws are designed to seat within the cellular PVC substrate, be very careful not to overdrive. Overdriving may lessen the screw's holding power. For safety, you should always wear goggles when handling, cutting, drilling, and fastening materials. Now, let's get started building the bench. Begin by assembling the end caps and the center brackets. To put these together, you'll need a drill, a number 2 bit, and a 3/8 inch wrench. You will install 3 of the 1/2 inch flathead machine screws in each corner. Insert the screw from the outside of the bracket and through the end cap, then place a flat washer and a split washer on each screw. Tighten the screw with a hex nut. Repeat for all corners. For a shorter bench, note the markings on the side of the bracket and cut bracket to length for a 4-foot or 5-foot bench. Next, you will install a corner brace in each corner. Install the brace by inserting a flathead machine screw from the outside and securing with a flat washer, a split lock washer, and a flat hex nut. Repeat this on all 4 corners. The next step is to assemble the deck boards on the bench. To begin, flip the bench bracket unit upside down and lay the 2 long boards down on the sides. Apply exterior construction adhesive to the back of each board and then fit it flatly against the outside of the bracket unit. Using a 3/4 inch panhead wood screw with a sharp tip, fasten from inside the unit, through the bracket, and into the board. Insert screws along the entire length of the board in each of the holes provided in the bracket. The final step for bench assembly is to lay all cut 19-inch pieces with the grain side down and begin sliding them in from each end. Leave a small gap of about 1/32 of an inch between each board. When all pieces are in place, insert 1 number 8 3/4 inch panhead wood screw with a sharp tip through the edge bracket and into each board to secure it in place. Now onto the planter. For the bottom frame, you will need 4 deck boards cut to 26 and 7/16 inch length and with each end cut to a 45-degree angle. Make sure the grain side is facing outward. Begin by attaching a bottom corner casting to one end of each of the deck boards using a number 10 3/4 inch flathead wood screw. Turning all boards upside down, arrange the 4 boards into a square. Insert 2 number 10 3/4 inch flathead wood screws in each hole of the casting. Then flip the bottom frame back over and add an angle bracket and bottom corner bracket to all 4 corners. To do this, attach each angle bracket snugly under the upper edge of each corner casting with 4 wood screws. Then, laying the bottom corner bracket flat on your work surface, attach a bracket into each corner with wood screws in the holes provided. This completes the bottom frame of your planter. Now to assemble the 4 planter sides. You will use 4 26-inch boards for each side. Place 4 boards closely together with no gapping. Make sure the smooth sides of the deck boards are up. Slip a panel support on the top and bottom of the deck boards with the screw holes to the smooth side. Use the through hole in the center of the panel supports to line up boards. Fasten panel supports in place using 4 number 10 3/4 inch flathead wood screws. Now we will install the planter corner beads into the bottom corner bracket. These corner pieces will support the side panels. Make sure the corner bead is inserted into place with a small hole to the bottom. With the corner bead in place, you are ready to assemble the planter sides. Beginning on one side, insert a completed side panel between 2 corner beads, making sure the smooth side of the boards faces inward. Squeeze the corner beads together to make sure the side panel is firmly in place and fasten in place. To fasten, place 2 wood screws through the bottom of the corner bead into the planter side. Be sure and use a 1 3/4 inch flathead wood screw in the lower hole of the corner bead and a 3/4 inch wood screw in the hole above that. Repeat this on each side of the corner bead to secure all planter sides. Now on to assembling the middle frame. For the middle frame, you will need 4 deck boards cut to 26 and 7/16 inch length and with each end cut to a 45-degree angle. Make sure the grain side is facing outward. Begin by attaching middle corner casting to one end of each of the deck boards using a number 10 3/4 inch flathead wood screw. Arrange the 4 boards into a square and insert 2 3/4 inch flathead wood screws in each hole of the casting. Then you will add an angle bracket and the middle corner bracket to all 4 corners. To do this, attach each angle bracket snugly into each corner at the bottom of the corner with 4 wood screws. Then install the middle corner bracket in each corner, even with the top edge of the frame using 4 wood screws. This completes the middle frame of your planter, and it can now be placed onto your planter. Secure the middle frame on using 4 screws in each corner, a 1 3/4 inch wood screw in each top hole, and 3/4 inch wood screw in the second hole. Next step is to get ready to assemble the top frame. For this, you will need to cut 4 deck boards that are 31 inches long on the outside edge and have a 45-degree angled cut on the face. Turn these boards smooth side up and attach a horizontal top corner casting to the right side of each board. Then cut 4 deck boards to 29 inches long with a 45-degree angle on each corner. You will then rip these boards down to 2-inch widths. Now, let's put the top frame together. Arrange the 4 deck boards into a square with the smooth side up. Take the top corner bracket and align it with the tab to ensure the frame is square. Install 6 3/4 inch wood screws in each corner bracket. Repeat this for all corners. Then install a top corner casting in each corner. This casting must align with the tab for all corners. Placing cut sides of deck boards against frame, install the deck boards into the corner castings using 3/4 inch flathead wood screws. Fasten screws securely to ensure boards fit well into casting. Repeat at each corner until complete. You may have to flex the deck boards out slightly to fit in the final corner casting. This completes the top frame. The final step for the bench and planter assembly is to install the bench hanger brackets. You will need 2 on each planter. These attach through the sides of the planters and hang on one side to allow the bench to attach to them. To install the bracket, choose the side you will install the brackets on and drill 1/4 inch diameter holes at the hole marked on the corner bead. Matching the hanger bracket up on the outside, insert a 1 3/4 inch hex head screw through the bracket and through the side panel. On the inside, you will secure it with a flat washer, a split washer, and then a hex nut. Repeat on the other side of that panel and then repeat the process again on the other planter. If you are only building a planter, you do not need to install this bracket. After the bracket is installed, you may insert the planter tub and secure it with 3/4 inch wood screws. Then place the top frame on the unit and your planter is complete. If you are completing a bench and planter assembly, position your 2 planters with the hanging brackets facing inward and the bench assembly between them. Lift one end of the bench and lower it onto the hanger bracket on one of the planters. Push in the other planter and then lift the bench to fit onto that hanger bracket as well. This completes your bench and planter assembly.